It's so weird just having time to just think and not do anything else. I don't know what to do with myself because I'm not used to being able to do whatever I want to do. That's weird. That's wonderful, but it's weird.
Welcome to the beginning of a very interesting journey. I was invited by Heather Matthews of Kestrel Fields Studio and Art Residency in Fort Collins, Colorado, to come and experience my first creative retreat. So we collaborated together on some really fun video projects while I was there, but I also had the opportunity to take a step back and focus on my own creative explorations, and I decided to make this one astrological. So the space itself is nestled right at the edge of a nature preserve, and it's surrounded by these walking trails that wind through an organic farm. So over the time I was there, it was the perfect setting for recharging and reconnecting to my creative process.
It's pretty.
Now, along with the video collaborations and editing sessions with Heather, I had this other goal in mind. It was a special project for my upcoming solar return in September, which is just another way to say my birthday.
One of the things I want to contemplate while I'm here is the next year. Every time we have a birthday, we get a new solar return chart, and as if you're born again. That's a new chart. It's only good for 1 year, and it indicates all kinds of stuff that can happen to you during your year, and I think I'm going to work on my vision board today.
Over the past few years, I've developed a practice that blends astrology with creative manifestation. It's a vision board, but I don't know. I don't like the name vision board, but whatever. Doesn't matter. That's what it is. Now, I use the solar return chart, the Sabian symbol for the rising sign of the year, and a Hellenistic astrology technique that's known as annual perfections. With those tools, I can create a guide for the year ahead. And that was my plan while I was there.
Oh, man. When you use something like divination to co-create with the energy of the universe, or whatever you want to call it, the divine, it's like you're stepping into a partnership, a collaboration, and it's mysterious and beautiful. Time to look up this Sabian symbol stuff. Computer's not connecting to internet, which is kind of a magical thing as well, because like this morning I'm just sitting here mostly looking out the window. He's like throwing a watermelon or something to the other guy.
There was something blocking my computer internet, and it was something on my own computer, nothing to do with the place, but it was just sort of a time to stop and have a muffin. Yeah, I had muffin and a tea. Really enjoyed that muffin.
How did she make it so good?
Anyway, I did have my phone, of course, and so I pulled up my Sabian symbol, started thinking about it, taking some notes in my journal, and then I started to feel kind of weird about it. I really didn't like the symbology at first. It felt a little bit scary. So this is Heather coming up to do some video of me for her own channel, and the Heather Cam. There's some popcorn, delicious. Anyway, so Heather's actually a counselor, and she has a master's degree in counseling. Basically, she came up right at the perfect time because I was kind of having a little existential crisis, and chatting with her, talking it out with her right in that moment was perfect timing. I was basically going through some astro-fear, which is projection, and basically it was because I wasn't being broad-minded enough. It might seem negative at first, but a lot of times it's just because we aren't seeing the full picture. I was able to open up my thinking on the Sabian symbol and not being rushed into doing the actual project. The digital board helped a lot. I needed that time for processing, and this was just the beginning. It took me about 2 days to process the whole thing out.
Being a human in any year, you're always going to have your ups and downs.